What's up guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I just finished recording the blade guide of the upcoming kit and the change kit, and now I'm recording the Jingliu one. So yeah, let me know what you pulling for or not, or if you already have them. But yeah, let's get right into the Jingliu thing, and I'll just quickly summarize everything that's happening and give you the best build and teams basically. So I just it's pretty unfortunate because I just changed my build from the ice set to this set, and now it's changing to attack from like HP. It's unfortunate. And, I don't know what am I gonna do, man. I have to farm again from this character. I really like this character, but yeah, there's also not one, two problems with this build, but I mean not this build, this rework and this buff, but we'll talk about that in later. But let's just get in the kit right now. So basically a bunch of things got changed about our kit. I'll just summarize the main points and move on and not really go into too much detail. So basically the entire attack scaling kit got changed to HP scaling. So to I think it's only because so that you can abuse Tribi. Basically that's about it. Tribi and Hyacinth, that's basically the thing, and that's basically one of the problems. They didn't change the kit to buff them, they changed the kit to use them with the 3.x characters. I don't really like that. It is what it is, but at least you get buffs. But yeah, that's about it. But yeah, basically that's that. And of course there are some changes with the add-ons. So because basically she has an E6 effect, right? This is the old one. When Jingliu enters the spectral transmigration state, the CCG stacks limit increased by 1 and Jingliu obtains 1 stacks of CCG. This effect, until this part, this effect is added to the base kit. Absolutely. So the E6 is free now. The E6 got added to the base kit, this part, and E6 got changed into this this increased by 2, and you get 2. Basically that's the new E6, and you can also gain rest pen. That's the new E6. The E1 also got changed. So it's only deals more damage when you are on single target, but the new E1 will do more damage whenever you do the ultimate. Basically doesn't matter, or not the ultimate, the enhanced skill or the ultimate basically. But yeah, the end some of other changes over there too, but they aren't really that much crazy. They're not something to talk about. They're just damage numbers. But that's about the changes in really short. I'm stretching it into really short. There are a lot of other things to talk about, but there's no need to talk about all that. It's similar stuff, but those are basically the main things. So if you want a proper understanding of what I am talking about, I suppose I can go into this domain and just show you what I'm talking about. Let me just go here and select a team with Jingliu in it. The best team is going to be Sunday. Of course you would want a Hyacinth. I don't have Hyacinth, so what I'll use Gallagher. You will also use TV, and of course the main character you will use Jingliu. Basically this is the team. You already know how the E0 works. Let me show you how the E6 works. I have a friend that has E6 Jingliu, and I'll get into combat. Hopefully they have this Jingliu speed tuned. Yeah, they have it speed tuned. Sure, nice. So what you would want to do is, all right.
Seek and you shall in this mortal watch over you and guide you on your path.
Okay, so now that Jingliu is here, basically you see when you do this and you get into the state, how much stacks you gain. You gain 2 stacks of the enhanced skill, and maximum it increased to 3. This is an E6 Jingliu, but I was explaining it for E0. But whatever is about to happen now is the new E0 in the future that's getting buffed. So yeah, let's take a look at this. You might already notice, but I thought I might show you. So you saw how it increased by 1 and the max stacks is 4 now. This is the new E0. This one is E6, and in the future when the update drops, it will be the new E6 basically. The new E0. And at E6 it's changing from 4 to 5, and you can maximum 2 extra stacks. So yeah, basically that's about it. Also there's also another change. Let's talk about that. Another change is whenever you are at max stacks of 4 stacks, if you gain another stacks of CCG, the next attack will ignore 25% of enemies defense. That's really good, of course. So why is that the case, you might ask? So basically, she is getting another passive added to her kit, which is whenever your teammates, like you see, whenever you attack, teammates lose a little bit of HP. Whenever a total of 20 times your teammates lose HP, you will gain 1 stack of CSG. So why is that? That's like really broken, right? You do it 3 times per one turn. Of course, the enemies when the enemies attack you, or if your teammates like self harm, like blade, like really that also counts. Also, there's another broken thing about that. So you gain 3 stacks per her turn. So let me show you the broken thing now, which is like one of the main problems here. So if you go here into the light cone section, into remembrance, the hyacinth signature light cone is like it makes you consume allies HP by 1% every time she skills, attacks, or ultimates. So that's like gets Jingliu's that charge 20 times of losing HP really really fast. So it's like really broken for her. So this is like one of her best light cones if you want to improve her team. So yeah, that's about it for her. So let me know in the comments if you didn't understand anything. But yeah, now for now, let's move on to the light cone section of her own damage light cones. So yeah, let's just talk about the light cones here. There's also another problem in the light cones here. Let's talk about the destruction light cones. So it's getting changed to HP scaling, right? So our best change slot is going to be absolutely the mighty light cone. Of course, this is going to be both her and Blade's best in slot. Of course, the signature comes in second. It's quite good because there aren't other HP scaling main HP scaling light cones yet in the destruction setup. So yeah, this is the best one, and this is the second one. All the other ones will attack scaling. Blade one is kind of HP scaling, but not really. It's not the better than the signature. The signature has defense, ignore, and stuff. So the signature is the second best. That's about it. As for 4-star options, there aren't really many 4-star options. You probably can use this one. Okay, not this one, sorry. You probably can use this one, I think. Every time she loses HP, she can get more crit damage, but it might not be as good because she has another thing, or I'll explain that more in her build section, but she doesn't really need crit damage, to be honest. But yeah, maybe basically this signature and this one only two upper options. There aren't really other good HP scaling options. So that's about it for the signature and the light cone options. Let's talk about the build now. So basically, before talking about the build, I'd like to talk about another set of buff that she got. So you know how in the talent she has like 50% extra crit rate whenever she enters the spectral transmigration state. In fact, let me just find the crit. Sorry, not the crit rate. The talent here. Yeah, so here. Whenever Jingliu has 2 stacks of CG, he enters the spectral transmigration state with her accent advanced by 100% and crit rate increased by 50%. So, this 50% is still there in the new kit, but you'd have an effective way of getting 200 plus percent. I don't remember the exact number. 200 plus crit damage for free from the kit. You don't have to do anything. You will just get those stacks by just playing, and you will gain 200 plus crit damage. And yeah, that's basically it. So that's changes the builds a little bit. So basically what you would want to use is on the main slot, of course you want to the main 2 slot, you can't change them, attack and HP flat stat. But for substats, you would want speed and crit, of course. And basically you might want a little bit of speed for this 136 or 135 setup with Sunday, and 134 at Sunday. So that's basically for the speed little bit. But yeah, first two non-changeable. This one, you don't want crit rate or crit damage here. You want HP percent here. Why I say that? Because you gain a lot of crit rate and crit damage from your kit already, that is diminishing returns. You want HP here with double crit, of course, or HP as well. What do you want here? You can get both speed or HP, depends on which play style you are getting, like which one of your play style you are using. But basically it is recommended to use speed here. That's better setup. Here you can use either ice damage boost or HP, but HP is HP is always on the similar level, but ice also works. Depends on whichever one is better substats. And rope is always HP. So basically, HP, speed slash HP, ice slash HP, and always HP. So that's basically the new build. And the set that you are gonna use is same as the new blade set or the old caster set. This is the set that you want to use with Jingliu now. Max HP by 12%. When more than 5000 max HP, you get 28% extra crit damage. So that's basically it for the build. Let me know what you think about this and how you think about the changes. Personally, I don't like the how much is dependent on Hyacinth signature. That's like kind of, and that's kind of a letdown, to be honest, not gonna lie. I don't mind like my day signature being her best in slot. It's kind of alright as long as her signature works, but I do not like how the Hyacinth signature is like a must pull for like high performance.
Nice.
But that's about it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.